Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure, or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
At the beginning of Matthew, Jesus taught plainly. He started out with the Beatitudes. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Blessed are those who mourn. Blessed are the meek. But later, he started teaching in parables. At one point, his disciples noticed this and asked him why he changed the way he taught the crowds. He answered and said to them, "Because it has been given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. But to them it has not been given. For whoever has, to him more will be given, and he will have an abundance. But whoever does not have, even what he has will be taken away from him. Therefore I speak to them in parables, because seeing they do not see, and hearing they do not hear, nor do they understand. And in them the prophecy of Isaiah is fulfilled, which says, Hearing you will hear and will not understand, and seeing you will see and not perceive. For the hearts of this people have grown dull. Their ears are hard of hearing, and their eyes have closed. Lest they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, lest they should understand with their hearts and turn, so that I would heal them." Then Jesus gave another beatitude. This one was just for his followers. He said, "But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For assuredly I say to you that many prophets and righteous men desired to see what you see and did not see it, or to hear what you hear and did not hear it." I remember when I first started BSF, I listened in awe at some of the more mature believers as they would bring out deep spiritual application from a passage. I'd think, "Lady, I read the same thing you did. How did you get all that out of one verse?" I could read the stories of people from the Bible and never even think of how their experience and what they learned about God could possibly apply to me in my life. But I've noticed the more I study the Bible for myself, the more I understand. The more I understand, the more I apply. The more I apply, the more I learn, and the more I want to learn. It's a cycle. So how can we get our eyes to see and our ears to hear? How can we be blessed in this way? Many of the people in Jesus' day weren't blessed like this. They had the Messiah right in front of them, and they missed him. They crucified him. Why? For one thing, because they'd already chosen not to believe the truth that they'd been given. When we choose to believe Jesus is who he says he is, and follow him with our whole heart, like the disciples had, we receive the Holy Spirit, who, like Jesus, teaches us, opens our eyes to truth. That's why it's so important to pray and ask the Lord for understanding as we read, study, and meditate on his word, because he's the one who will give us that understanding and light for our path. Since the people had rejected the truth, their hearts had grown dull. When God shows us a truth from his word, we must act upon it by believing or applying it to our lives. If we don't, as an act of judgment, God will allow our hearts to become dull to spiritual things. But those of us who hear God's truth and apply it to our lives, he gives more truth, shares more secrets of his kingdom. We must respond to the light we're given. I love verse 17. Let me read it to you again. "For assuredly I say to you that many prophets and righteous men desired to see what you see, but did not see it, and hear what you hear, but did not hear it." Now that goes for us as well. In fact, we're even more blessed than the disciples at the time, because not only do we have the Holy Spirit who lives in us and teaches and guides us, but we have the whole Bible to read and learn from. What a precious gift. Yes, we are truly blessed.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. Also, if you'd like to share a treasure God has given you by doing an episode, please contact us. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you'll find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.